everyone, here's today's video journal for July 16th, 2025. I did this whole thing and unfortunately the thing ran out of space. Uh, yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm probably gonna make this one way shorter now since I just did it. I did like 10 minutes or 11 minutes. I don't want to recite everything I just said, but I'm just gonna carry on from what I was discussing because I really want to get out of my head. Dropshipping. Let me give you some context. Dropshipping. What should I do in terms of cash flow once I do get paid and sales? Not once I get sales, I know it'll take like 3 days for it to transfer to some account. What do I do then? Should the question is how would cash flow work if it's 3 days delayed? It's gonna be a little complicated. For example, I get like $35. 3 days. In 3 days, I get $35. I'm probably still gonna be pumping out. Oh, I'll be pumping out organics. So I mean, of course, it's gonna be harder because the outreach is absolutely cold. Nobody wants anything. They just want to be entertained, and I mean, at some level at least. But, excuse me. I'm running organic, so does it really matter? I don't think. I think that just eliminates what I'd be running organic, which means I won't be being paid, being have to. That's not English. I'm not going to have to pay for paid or not paid organic paid advertisement. I'm just gonna have to fulfill the order. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna have to fulfill the order. That's it. And then just keep spamming organics and spamming whichever ones that do well. Different variations, of course. I'm just gonna spam the same video. That's just. But yeah, it's quite difficult in terms of if you do paid. How would that happen? I'm just gonna try to think about it. How would that happen? 3 days you get paid 35. For example, you paid $50. You get paid, say 60. You get paid 60. So you're just gonna keep running ads. How would cash flow work if you get paid 3 days late? You know what I mean? Or 2 days later after a purchase. Or does it not? Maybe just to start off, like you go off your own money because it's coming back. Maybe you go off your own money. I'm not exactly too sure. How'd that work? You get $60. You paid 50 for that acquisition. Let's say. kind of crazy acquisition, but $50 acquisition. Cause $50. Sorry, is that CAC? I think that's CAC, right? $50 for CAC. $50 for CAC. Yeah, you can make that's massive profit there. Hopefully your AOV is kind of going crazy. Your AOV has to be crazy, like 300 at least. No, I'm just kidding. Excuse me. That threw me off guard. $50 per CAC, and then your AOV is like 60, and you get paid that 60 every single 3 days after a purchase. So what's fooling you for those 3 days that you don't get the purchase? Probably, I mean, of course, the momentum's gonna like once you get the 60, you can use that 60 to pay the customer. Of course, I mean to fulfill the order. Excuse me, and of course pay for more ads. But the first week probably you gotta be running ads off your own pockets and money, and that's a bit cash flowy. Yeah, I think that's where editing comes in. I can edit for people and do it decently well. No, I can even edit for dropshippers. I'm being honest. I really dislike how they edit things. and I dislike how they edit things, but I'll probably try to do something different, I guess. But once I do edit things, of course, get paid, and then I'll use that to dropship, uh, and repeat the cycle as it goes, as it follows, until something blows up, until something works, until whoa, I was like grumbling to myself, until some ad works. Um, yeah, if I do get like a million views, and let's say 2.5, that's about average conversion rate for a million views. 2.5 pp 2.5 times a million people. That's like what, 25,000, unless I'm dumb. Let me use calculator. Hold on. Well, I kept excuse me. I'm back. Well, apparently I can't use a calculator. Oh my gosh, that's wrong with me today. I can't use a calculator because the other thing is dead, so I'm not able to use it. I'm pretty sure. Let's just say minimum out of that 100K. Yeah, 2.5K. Did I say that? Or 25K? Did I say 25K? I'm not sure. A million views is 100. So let's say 25K. Let's say 25K conversions. And then 10% of those actually. So let's say 2.5. 2.5K people buy the product. Out of a million views video, of course, people are not always going to buy the product. That's a very kind of, not really, that's kind of high, if I'm being honest. I think the standard is like 7. The highest standard is like 7 conversion rate. That's kind of crazy. Excuse me for that kind of rant. Um, so 2.5K people. I say 2.5K. Convert. Say $30. I say $30 product or average AOV. Average AOV. AOV is $30. 2.5K, which is like, uh, 75K, maybe 75K in revenue. Of course, you have to fulfill, and you have no ad spend. So it's probably like what, 10K, maybe 20K. Let's say 55K profit, and then you can use that as a basis to just jump. Literally, you have to jump. You just jump, and of course you don't get the payments all at one time, but you can just jump and use that ad as a TikTok ad or Facebook ad or whichever one works for you, and you use that 55K or whatever, or yeah, say 55K. I don't know, as a jump starter. That's probably how I would do things. How I'm gonna do things if, of course, things do blow up. I hope I can learn as much as I can and get as much experience as I can in terms of running ads, because I find that very valuable, and I find knowing how to sell to people. Of course, the better way would probably just be like knocking someone's door trying to sell them something, but my way, I guess, is gonna be through videos and trying to convince people and probe at the problem so much that they're like, okay, fine, maybe I may fix it, maybe. In terms of the choice for me, it was hair, because I know some people that want their hair back, and uh, I know somewhat of their pain, and it's quite obvious what their pain is, but um, hopefully that works out. I know there's massive people in there, which means it's very validated, but it's maybe very saturated. We shall see. Um, I did it into a different angle, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen anybody do it before. I've seen like the opposite. I've seen the legit opposite of what my brand is. Brand. I've seen the legit opposites. I didn't realize. I didn't like. I swear I didn't realize. I just like made them. I was like, wait. I can just combine like two different things into one, and boom. and that's how I'm gonna create my ads. So yeah, I said I was gonna make this one short, but it is not the same length as the other one. So that's all for this video. Thank you for listening. Open confident Adrian. Open confident as well, Adrian. Always look for more, always look for better, and just strive for everything that you want, because you don't want enough. I know you know. And you're gonna fail over and over and over and over and over until you finally get it, understand what you're supposed to do. Get a mentor. With that being said, that's all for the videos. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful